Morning, guys. First time I've ever shot a video before I've even gotten out of bed, so I'm sure I look like shit run over twice. So what I'm trying different today is I'm using my LG V20, and it's ironic because I bought the V20 because I just wanted a top-end phone. And the V20 was specifically made to be really good at shooting video. So what's different is I'm going to be not only shooting in 60 FPS, but also full HD 1080. So let's see how this goes. So the camera that I always use for my vlogs has always been the Sony Bloggie, from the R-Twin Live days all the way up to now. This is what I've used right here. I've loved this thing. You know, it's got a front-facing screen, so when you're actually shooting yourself, you can see yourself, which is what I can't do with this camera if I want to use the cameras that actually are worth using. So I can't actually see what I'm doing. What's really cool about this is it also has a built-in light. The only thing that I hate about this is that the quality's pretty terrible. So we're gonna see. I might not retire this, who knows, but we'll see how this goes using the V20. Okay, now that I'm showered and I no longer look like some guy who went on a bender from Skid Row last night, let's get the day started. And you all know how I start my day, but before I hit the road, I want to give you an update onto the rear end of this Equinox here, because I hope to remedy this situation today. Okay, so the last time you guys saw this was a mess. It still is, but at least I took all the paint off. I sanded it all smooth. I had to hit this sucker with 80 grit sandpaper and a power sander to clean all that off. So I'm gonna have to do some polishing around here because I did scuff up some of the paint, but that's not a huge deal. But if the rain holds off, it says it's just supposed to be cloudy today, I can hopefully get this done. Of course, I might be able to back up close enough to this where the overhang might do me justice. So I don't know if they've ever found Pippin, who's this cat that's been lost for about 6 years, and they've never taken down the little poster here on the telephone pole. So there's a couple shoutouts I didn't get around to on the last video. First is my coworker and friend Justin's son, Justin Jr. Here's your shout out, buddy. Thank you very much for watching the videos. Glad you like them. And also, my old buddy from back home, Josh Phillips, who I haven't seen in ages. Josh, it's good to hear from you, my man. Hope all is well. So what are we thinking for Dunkin' today? You know, one combo I've been very fond of lately is obviously the frozen iced coffee, but it's Black Forest ham. It has maple in it and it's on a croissant. I don't know the exact technical name for it, but it's delicious. So I think I'll stick with that. And of course, a frozen pistachio iced coffee, medium as usual. The last time I was at Dunkin' Donuts, and I deserve every bit of this, it was Saturday. I had Saturday off, and I hate having weekends off because everyone's up your ass no matter where you go. So, go through the drive-thru, get a very simple meal. I ended up waiting out front for probably 15 minutes. They had to actually bring it out to me in the parking lot, which they couldn't find me in because I had to park behind this huge monster truck in the only parking spot that was available. It's a good sign. It's pretty slow here today.
Go around the parking lot, I'll have it right out for you.
Sure.
Thank you.
Perhaps I spoke too soon, so I have to yet again pull around and wait for my sandwich. Now, the guy who was here the other day did say they're heavily understaffed, and I completely understand that. It's my day off, so not too bothered by it. One thing that's always been really strange about this, actually not so much today because we're playing music, it's always been so quiet here at this Family Dollar, and it's kind of eerie, honestly. So let's see what we got for Monster today. We have to pick up a couple of the mango juice. Those are utterly delicious. Some reds, and my favorite, the blacks. Alright, then a hop, skip, and a jump right down the road here is where I get my gas every week. Now they're building a Jake's further down in Enfield. And I'm telling you, they can't open fast enough. I'm really kind of sick of using Petramart here. Their pumps are so old. And I don't like who runs it either. They just sold it recently. And for some reason, some of these pumps, they took those little clip retainers off in the handle so you can't actually clip it on, so you can, it's like that automatic setting. You clip it on there, you let it pump by itself. You literally have to stand there and just hold the handle the entire time. First world problems, right? Also, Rick, if you happen to be watching, I did catch a bit of your live stream after the fact. It's funny when you're talking about your financing for that Chevy Cruze. Let me tell you, trying to get financing for this Equinox was a pain in the ass, and that's with someone with perfect credit. I've had a credit card for probably 10 years before I bought this, had perfect credit, and they still had issues trying to get me financing. I mean, what other metrics do you need other than your credit score? That's what your credit score is there for. It was unbelievable. So I'm right with you on that one, my friends. All right, well, here we go. Got her all masked off. Ready to go. I'm not going to mask this off because I do want to hit this one more time with the black spray paint. So at least I was able to use these junk flyers for something. And let me tell you, I have to give a lot of credit to these people who do body work, because the amount of prep work involved in doing a legit paint job is so labor intensive. It's no wonder it's so expensive. But here we go, guys. Well, you can tell by the gloss on the blacktop that it did start raining right in the middle of painting. It is drizzling right now. So I actually rushed to grab my keys from inside so I can get this below the overhang, because as I'm painting, it's hard to fit back here. That's the progress. I think we're pretty much done, but as I'm painting, I started noticing little droplets, so I got to it before it got too bad, and I literally took the heat gun and started heating up the paint so I can get it to dry a little bit quicker in case for some reason it downpours and it falls on this and cascades over the top of it. But I think for the most part this is done, so I'm going to let this dry. And I was going to try and get to painting this ugly trim today. I'm not sure how that's going to pan out. We'll have to play it by ear. Alright, the struggle was real, but I have the rear trim painted. I finally have the rear bar completed. I just have to take the masking on the Chevy bow tie off, but I'm going to wait for about a week to do that. I don't want to screw it again, so let's have a look. Alright guys, feast your eyes on that beauty. Not bad at all. I'm going to fix up these little scratches here. I'm going to patch this rust. And I got the trim painted as well. Unbelievable the difference that makes. Just to give you some reference, there's the old color. There's a new color. This whole rear bumper, well, you saw it in the video, was that shade. So making great progress. Also painted up the windshield wiper there. So once I touch up those rust spots, buff it out a bit, we're going to be sitting pretty. Equinox is going to be pretty much done, guys. That's going to do it, guys. I'm not used to cranking out these vlogs as frequently. So I'm going to leave you with one new ditty on this guitar. Maybe you guys know it, a little song called Buddy Holly from Weezer. Let me know if you like filming on the V20, 1080p, 60 frames per second. See you on the flip side.